Welcome to the Compton Aardvarks Dynasty, where the Compton Aardvarks, after an 0-12 season, look for their first win in their second season, with starting quarterback Robbie Guillory coming back, and a huge recruiting class last year for a first-year program. Now, the question is, how big was this recruiting class? Well, they added 5 starters on defense and 2 4-star recruits, and that's going to come into play early as FCS West, their opponent in Week 1, stepping up with their quarterback, and he is stripped from behind by freshman Jordan Boyd, and that's recovered by sophomore Albert Downing. And this is a young defensive front that looks to apply some pressure this year. Run defense and, well, pass defense and defense in general for that matter was something that this team did not have this year, and looking to get off to a strong start here. As that you can see, that is just a great effort by the whole entire team. So it'd be starting quarterback junior Robbie Guillory taking over and finding redshirt freshman Dominique Arrington. And then from here, Darren Waller for the fade to Arrington. Arrington, 6'5", making an impact early, and that would lead to a touchdown for Brown. And here's Scott getting sacked, and that would be the freshman I was talking about, John Williams. A big man and a premier pass rusher. It's going to be fun to watch this team this year, everybody. I'm optimistic, and maybe I'll have to change this to 6-6 Radio Network. Here is Scott throwing over the middle, and that's William Carrington, though, down inside the 5-yard line, leading to an FCS West touchdown. And now Guillory giving it to sophomore Philip Brown, breaking a tackle, and this is a guy I'm excited to watch this year as well. 20-yard rush right out at the gate for Philip Brown, and then Guillory rolling out. Who said he can't run? Look at him put it on the wheels. And Robbie Guillory getting to the end zone for his first score of the season, putting on the wheels and showing off hopefully many more for him on the season. And now Scott dropping back for FCS West, throwing to Carrington. Carrington sheds a tackle, and he will be drug into the end zone. So FCS West strikes back with William Carrington, number 15 downfield. And now Robbie Guillory not done, going to get hit under pressure, but a perfectly thrown pass. That's downfield to Chip Grimes for 41 yards, and now Darren Waller checks into the game, gives it to Philip Brown, and Brown has a lot of room in front of him down at the Compton Aardvarks logo. So 1st and 10 now. Waller play action, next play, going to roll out. He's got a man open, but he's going to run. Darren Waller's at the 21 and out of bounds there, so 13 yards, and that would lead to a field goal. But FCS West looking for the revenge. Michael Sanders juking inside, and he's got a touchdown. No relation to Barry Sanders, but on that play, he looked exactly like it. Now here it comes. Brown in motion, right side. Waller dropping back, looks to throw, has a man. He's open, and it's Maurice Lane, the junior JUCO transfer, and that would lead to a Compton Aardvarks touchdown, retaking the lead, and this one has had a lot of lead changes. And here's another one. Kenton Griffin into the end zone for a touchdown, and FCS West leads 28-24, but Guillory not done yet, or maybe he is. Sacked under pressure, a loss of 10, and FCS West now getting the football back and has a chance to make this a 2-possession game, but he will not with 4 minutes left. A huge turnover for the Compton Aardvarks, and that is absolutely huge for them. And now it's going to be tight end Chip Grimes on the receiving end, and Compton desperate for their first win ever. And they are hungry, and they have a full heart, and obviously full heart cannot lose except for when it does. Now Guillory fade outside, and that caught? Dominique Arrington in the end zone, and they say he has it. Dominique Arrington, 6'5", a redshirt freshman, and this guy is a playmaker. Now the lack on him is his speed, and that's why he is here. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and he wins this game for the Compton Aardvarks, who have just won their first game in team history. Robbie Guillory with a huge, huge game. 2 total touchdowns, that one to Arrington, and then of course the earlier one when he decided to use his legs. But you guys have to keep in mind that this is FCS West, and if you have FCS in front of your name, you're probably one of the worst teams in football, and that's the case for this team. Now, we had a lot of opportunities in this one where we could have lost indefinitely, but this team did not stop fighting, and it's definitely a good start for this team. Now we go into recruiting, and we have a huge class. A lot of guys we are into, a lot of 4-star and 3-star guys in our area that we looked into, and I'm really excited about this class. It looks to be just as good as the previous one. Now, we are leading pretty big on a few recruits early on. One of those is quarterback Chris Brown from California, and it's between us, UCLA, and USC. The big thing with him is he wants to play early, and with Guillory graduating in a few years, he can probably do just that. We sim the game against Washington State, and we are 1-1, but our recruiting is getting a lot smoother as well. In addition to that, we have a lot of guys that we're interested in, and that's going to be huge for this program moving forward. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and tell me who stood out to you in this game. As always, Jack from Legion Nerds signing out.